welcome back to Mini-Modelog. I'm here at Sanctuary Games with Gav, owner of Sanctuary Games, and it's gone quiet because when we tried to film this before, there was a bolt action tournament going on and it was rather noisy in here and a lot of people have now gone for lunch. So while we've got this quiet moment, I've managed to grab hold of Gav and we're going to just have a chat about Sanctuary Games and why you opened Sanctuary Games. So what was it that made you go, right, I want to take my hobby and turn it into a job?
Well, it's I suppose everyone always dreams of doing the hobby for a job. If you, as I don't know who said it, but somebody once said that if you do your hobby for a job, then you'll never work a day in your life. Yeah. So it's always something I've always kind of dreamed about, as owning an own game store, war game store, and I saw that the opportunity came up to buy this place and just went for it.
Right, and how long have you been open now?
Since August.
Since August, and how's it been? Is it received well in the local?
Really well. Yeah, it's going really well. Yeah, there's a lot of people coming down because I'm open late nights as well.
Yeah, I noticed that. I saw on the Facebook page. Do check it out. There'll be a link down below. That you were doing. You're open till 10 on a Saturday, which is quite late, and you open at 9:30, so it's a long day for you and family, because most of your employees I've seen are your sons. It's a good way to do it, I suppose. Keep it in the family, keep it as a growing business, and you, like I say, you're open a long time on a Saturday, which I suppose is good for tournaments, and I suppose is good for just passing trade.
That's it. I mean, we're open 7 days a week, we're open till 10 every night, apart from Sundays. We shut a bit earlier on a Sunday. But yeah, it's just for people coming in after work, Monday to Friday. They can come down, get a game of 40k and Sigmar, whatever they want.
And I suppose for you, you're just playing games all day.
I'm just playing games all day, it's brilliant.
Living the dream, right there, living the dream. So for tournaments, you obviously today have a bolt action tournament happening. You've got a Vanguard tournament happening as well. The place has 3 floors. Now I've had a little explore around, and you've got this ground floor, which is the shop space. And tournament space, and then you've got 2 other spaces upstairs, which is even more space for tournaments. So is the idea to pack it out and do 100-man tournaments if you can get away with it here, or is that the dream, or is that kind of in the background?
Depends on the size of stuff. For instance, obviously on the first floor we've got 10 6x4 tables, so if we're playing Sigmar or 40k, you can only get 10 tables upstairs. You could get 4 down here, so we're kind of limited for a big scale game. A game like that. But for instance, the Blood Bowl tournament, I could easily get 100 people in there playing Blood Bowl quite easily.
Wow, that's amazing. So talking of Blood Bowl tournaments, you've got one coming in
middle of November.
So if you're local to Blackburn and you play Blood Bowl, come down, sign up. I know you've still got spaces available currently.
A few spaces left.
I'll be coming down for the tournament to cover a day's worth of it and film some stuff. So come and say hello, and like I say, come and sign up. And if you're local to Blackburn as a war gamer, come down and check out Sanctuary. I mean, are you well known in the community?
There's if you're a war gamer, there's another Facebook group called Blackburn War Gamers. That's where most of the
is that where you kind of play? Are you part of that? Have you been part of that for a long time?
I've been part of the Blackburn War Gamers for 6-7 years now, so
So you've already got an arm into dragging people in.
Well,
not dragging people in.
Blackburn War Gamers were always based here, because this used to be a comic book store downstairs, but they still had the space upstairs, obviously. So they always used to play here anyway.
Right.
Whereas now when we're taking over, the comic books is gone, so there's a lot more space for people to play.
Wow. So, like I say, there's Blood Bowl tournaments coming. We're going to do an unboxing for the Avalon Avengers in just a minute, because I've bought them here. Gav sponsors the channel and helps me out getting basically what I need for you guys to do unboxings for, but we thought we'd do an unboxing here and we'll talk about that in a moment. But yeah, so if you're local to Blackburn or local to the outside area of Blackburn, I mean, for me to get here it took me about half an hour from Bolton, so do come over, check out Sanctuary, check out their Facebook page. You're on Facebook and any other social media? Instagram. I'll pop links down below, so check out all those links. And like I say, I've come and looked at bolt action, and unfortunately, sorry Vic, I might end up buying another system. Blaming Gav on that one, totally blaming Gav on that one. And hopefully I'll be down here for the Blood Bowl tournament. But thanks for your time, Gav, and I'll let you get back to your tournament.
Thank you very much.
Cheers. So this is the Avalon Avengers set, 12 models in the set. You get basically 6 linemen, 2 war dancers, 2 catchers and 2 throwers. Pretty much a comprehensive team. There's no positionals missing, because I'm noticing more and more with some of the, like the new Lisbon team which has been announced, you can't get the Kroxger in the box. The big guys tend to come separate. And I know that obviously I've got the Minotaur because we did an unboxing for that. I've got a couple of the other big guys, some of the other teams which have come separately. So, and I know at the moment they're doing the Croxiger from an old Croxiger that you can get. So, what do you think of these, Gav? What's your, when you initially saw them, what was your thought?
It's a little what we were saying before. It's more the catchers and the throwers. It's personal preference, obviously, but they just look a bit poncy.
Poncy elves, there you go. I mean, I quite like the I've always liked the double-sided tokens, and I've always liked the balls that they do. I mean, I was really pleased with the halfling ones, which were pies and stuff like that. Just the little thematic touches like that in the teams, which I think are really nice with what they've done since the new releases.
Definitely.
And I quite like the re-roll and turn counter in this set. But like you say, those are just...
But the wood elves.
Yeah, let us know in the comments down below what you guys think. I mean, personally, I might buy some ulterior elves from the AOS to change them out at a later date. I mean, I did that with my halflings because trees weren't available yet. And when are we getting trees? That's the one thing that's really annoying me at the moment. When are we getting tree men, GW? I've been waiting for so long. I ended up getting the Kurnoth Hunters from the AOS range, and basically cutting their bows off and stuff and just using them, and I use them for my halfling team, and I'll probably be using them for this team as well. But I am, come on Games Workshop, sort out your big guys, because it's the only thing that I think they're letting us down on a little bit. I mean, I don't know what you think. I mean,
yeah, it is, because the big guys they do as well, they're all Forge World miniatures as well, so you can't get them from Games Workshop anyway. But yeah, they are. It is lacking. Like I say, with the Lizard Man team, it's a beautiful team. The new one coming out, which I'm sure you get your hands on very soon. But the Croxiger, I think the old Croxiger, even though they're doing the old Croxiger, it doesn't really fit into that team.
I thought, yes, it's nice to have, but it's it doesn't look right.
No, it doesn't.
So it's kind of like when they did for a little while. They had the old Treeman on availability for like made to order, I think it was. And I didn't like that either, because it didn't really fit with the new halfling team, because the halflings just didn't. And they also had the hot pot, and again, it's the old halfling models against the new halfling models, and it kind of, it would fit, but it kind of, for me, I was like, no, I'd rather.
When I got my halfling team, the new one, I did get the two made to order.
Oh, did you?
I got Deep Root as well, so I've got the free trees.
God, someone spent a lot of money. That Deep Root.
And I got the chef as well.
Obviously, I've done an unboxing for Deep Root. It was a friend of mine's Deep Root that he'd bought, and I've kind of shied away because I think it's a bit expensive. Right, let's get into the box anyway. Let's get this open and have a look at some plastic. So, as with all of the teams, you get your 12 bases, which you've seen what bases look like, so we'll get rid of them. We'll get rid of the box, and you got 2 sprues. Let's just turn those around. So you get 2 sprues, and by the look of it, as with most of these, let's hope they haven't done what they did on the other elf models, which is face. No, they've actually moulded the faces on. Did you see that on the Elven Union?
No.
The faces were separate. The faces were separate. I mean, I'm not sure if it's like that. It looks as if it might be like that on the War Dancer heads. Yeah, looks like faces are separate. There you go.
Right.
So I'll bring this right to camera so you guys can see. Hope that focuses. There we go. So these here, as with the Elven Union team, are the actual faces for these models, and then you have the heads with hair. See if I can find, like that one. That's one of the War Dancer heads. That's going to be a nightmare, because doing the Dark Elves, the spikes were separate. So the spikes on the arms and stuff were separate.
Oh, don't say that. I've got my Dark Elf
and it was a
together.
nightmare. It took me a little while. I had tweezers and all sorts to help me. But the 2 sprues are exactly the same, so we'll concentrate on one. I mean, as usual, the quality in the sculpts are fantastic. I have never had a complaint about the quality of the sculpts, but some of the ways you put in these together now are just, it's very, very, very difficult. So if I get this a little bit closer, there's the turn and re-roll counter, that's the back of it, and then the front, and then there's the coin there, and there, and that's the sprue. So you get 2 of these, which of course will cater for the entire team. They're identical. and that's pretty much the whole team. So I've not got much more to show you, unfortunately, but I really like the sculpts, apart from those ones we were talking
I
about.
must admit, now I've seen them in plastic though, I'm actually quite keen on them. Even the catcher and the thrower as well.
Ah, you see, this is the thing, when you first look at them on as an image, on a picture, I always try and judge them once I've actually seen them physically, because
they're actually quite nice, them actually.
I'm not sure what to do with the leotards on them though. They're like, because on the imagery it's all in yellow and greens.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure I'd follow that colour scheme, because I think it's a bit. I think that might be part of the problem. So I have seen these painted in different ways, and they do look very different. But I think they're stunning as usual. As usual, Games Workshop knocking it out the park with their plastics. I must admit, a lot of their plastics now are absolutely awesome. Hopefully you guys can see that okay. Pop back next week and we should maybe have the lizards as well, but I'll let you guys know in the week what's due on the channel in the near future. Thanks for watching, I'll see you soon. Bye for now.